Yo, what's going on, everybody? GZTV back with another video, and in this video we are here to talk about The Walking Dead. I don't know why the fuck my hair is like this, but it's still kind of fucked up from work. I don't really care. We have the season 5 finale, Conquer, here for The Walking Dead. We still have like 6 more fucking seasons after this. This show is the most bloated thing to ever happen to television. I mean, a show with a storyline, anyways, because most things are just like sitcoms. Like most normal TV shows that are like casual experiences are sitcoms that air for like fucking 20 years. But obviously, this is The Walking Dead. It has a story to it. There's fate. There's different fates. That type of thing. So yeah, let's get into the plot. So one morning, Morgan brews coffee in his camp when a man, played by Benedict Samuel. He's going to be a pretty decent part of this story. I don't think he revealed his name. I don't remember. There were definitely some moments in this episode that I zoned out. You know, Walking Dead is kind of getting bloated. It is kind of getting drawn out. I don't know. A man with a W written in his forehead approaches and holds him at gunpoint. Like, I want all your shit. Give me it. It's obvious these are where these people with the W's are coming from. They're like wolves or whatever. Like wolf people or something. They have like these survival instincts, or like dogs, or like, I don't know. It's weird as fuck. And now we know why all these walkers at Alexandria have these W's. Maybe because they're killing all these people with the W's and that they're enemies. Geez, that's the last thing this fucking group needs is people that are enemies to them, let alone walkers that are enemies. So yeah, he explains that he and his group, the Wolves, are hunting down other survivors and eliminating them. It's almost like a competition, like who can stay alive, like last. If you want to join the group, you join the group, I suppose. Maybe you have to be born into the group. It's really weird. I don't know. These are very strange people. Let me just say that. Morgan offers his supplies in exchange for being let go, but the wolf refuses. So, you know, Morgan evades another wolf's attempt to ambush him and knocks both of them out with his walking stick. So yeah, Morgan knows how to fucking survive. You know, he was with Rick. Like, he's a pretty badass dude. Like, he doesn't stand down to nobody, you know. Obviously, that's what you need. That's what you gotta do in this situation. In Alexandria, Rick regains consciousness after being knocked out by Michonne and is informed that Pete has been separated from Jesse. Indiana is holding a forum to decide whether Rick should be exiled. He should be exiled? Dude, he's literally protecting one of your civilians, and you're trying to get him exiled. That's actually kind of ridiculous. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, some of the shit that this group has pulled in Alexandria, yeah, I mean, it's understandable. They kind of started this town. You know, Rick and all of his people are kind of evading, kind of being like these almost like culture vultures to them. But, like, they're doing good things for your group, so I don't know why you're arguing against it. But, Maggie tries to talk Deanna out of it, but is unsuccessful. She's, like, adamant. She's like, no, we need to decide if the people want Rick to be here or not. So, outside the wall, Sasha braves a group of walkers she had killed. She just went on like a killing spree for no reason. They weren't threatening her or anything. Obviously, when she came in contact with them, they were threatening her. But, I mean, she kind of did a lot of shit for no reason. However, still emotionally unstable, she goes into the grave and lies among the pile of corpses. Kind of an interesting little thing, little imagery, maybe some symbolism going on here from the Walking Dead creators. Very interesting stuff for sure. Maybe this is like a almost type of foreshadowing. I don't know. Elsewhere outside the wall, Daryl and Aaron see a survivor wearing a red poncho, a new character to the movie or to the show, played by Jason Alexander Davis, in the forest, but lose track of him and decide to scavenge supplies from a food truck. So I think he ends up being in the final sequence with the wolves guy. Maybe he is a wolf himself. I was kind of confused by some of the moments here. I don't know. I mean, it's a good episode. A lot happened. It was pretty pivotal. But still. However, they set off a trap that unleashes a horde of walkers and are forced to take shelter inside a car. Tensions continue to rise between the outsiders and members of the group. You know, Rick's group, the actual Alexandrians that have been there from the start. It's getting pretty bad between them. Carol visits Pete and asks him to check on Tara, who is still wounded. Obviously, he's a surgeon. He can do some medical stuff. When he refuses, Carol pulls a knife and threatens him, saying that she can get away with claiming self-defense. She's like, I will kill you. Like, you don't think I won't. I'm not some innocent girl that I told you guys before. I was just putting on a front to act like a citizen. Act civil. Elsewhere, Glenn sees Nicholas climb over the wall and follows him into the woods. While tracking him, Glenn is shot and wounded by Nicholas, so Nicholas and Glenn have a battle. All these people, Carol's pitted up against Pete, Rick is pitted up against Pete. No, Rick is pretty much pitted up against Deanna, because they each serve their respective roles, Nicholas is kind of like the Glenn of Alexandria. Pete is kind of the Carol of Alexandria. Deanna is the Rick of Alexandria, so on and so forth. Back at the car, Morgan arrives and Daryl and Aaron are able to escape. Aaron invites Morgan to Alexandria, but Morgan declines, asking instead for directions, and shows them the map he picked up at the church. So he's been to the church. He's like, nah, I don't want to be in your place. And Daryl realizes that, oh shit, this is the church. As Daryl looks at the directions, he sees Rick's handwriting. Recognizing Morgan as a friend, he's like, oh, maybe Morgan was a friend of Rick in a past life, when really he wasn't. They just kind of met at the start of this whole thing. And yeah, they kind of survived together for a while. So they're like, no, dude, you got to come with us. Rick is here. So kind of an awesome moment. Something that's been building up, they've shown in pre-credit, they've shown in post-credit scenes, Morgan making his way and like following this group around. So that's definitely a storyline that is fulfilled now, and it's awesome. Back at Alexandria, Gabriel goes outside the walls unarmed. He finds a walker eating a man and approaches, offering himself for the walker, but he ends up killing both the walker and the dying man. So, he couldn't come around to fucking, sacrificing himself, which, yeah. Upon returning to Alexandria, Gabriel leaves the front gate ajar. He leaves it open, so now the group is in fucking danger. Inside the walls, Abraham visits Tara and talks with Eugene, and they apologize for things that happened on the road. Like, I'm sorry I lied to you guys. It won't happen again. I'm talking to my friends about Fortnite. Sorry about that. Yeah. Eventually, Tara wakes up while Rosita is watching her to make sure she's not like gonna have a seizure, have like a medical breakdown or something like that, or a medical emergency. Rick admits to Michonne that he and Carol stole guns from the armory and tries to return the gun, but Michonne says she would not have stopped him, not Alexandria. Stopped him, and that she knocked out Rick to protect him, not Alexandria. Like, he was just kind of going on a spiel, and she's like, alright, time to shut this man up, let me knock him out. On his way to the meeting, Rick notices the front gate's open. He's like, oh my goodness, what is happening?